Hey everybody, Matt Siltala here alongside Dave Rohr with Northside Metrics. I am with Avalanche Media. Looking forward to bringing you another one of our Business of Digital podcasts. And today what we wanted to jump right into was unique ways to do keyword research, okay? Normally we have, all of us have our go-to spots, whether it be the tools that Google offer us or the tools that lots of other places offer us. And, we're going to jump more specifically into those. But what we wanted to do was kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what you could do for keyword research. And maybe, I guess even before we jump into that, Dave, maybe share a little bit of a background about why we even do keyword research. Why is it important? Let's say that someone's listening to us that is just getting into this. I don't know if we want to call them a noob, but basically someone that is new to this internet marketing game. Why is keyword research important, first of all, and then we can jump into just some of the different unique ways that people can do keyword research. Thoughts, my friend?
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Morning.
And hello.
I don't know what time it is. I don't know what time it is where right now. So for keyword research, for whether you're an SEO, social media person, if you're a social media person and you've never used a hashtag, to me, that's a form of keyword research right off the bat is what hashtags are people using? It's not your typical, the SEO person and the PPC type person aren't going to care about hashtags, but for me, that is its own form of keyword research.
Oh, absolutely.
But just the keyword research itself, what people are searching for, understanding it, especially for paid search. And I know you can just do a broad search and you could just put up shoes and, you're going to sell shoes. But are you going to get men's shoes, women's shoes, kids' shoes? But then there's also the intent. And a lot of times for some of my clients I work with, often they'll suggest, or they're already driving traffic to certain pages with certain keywords, whether it's through SEO or PPC, and the intent of the keyword just doesn't match the page. And they're trying to sell someone when someone is, nowhere near that kind of action. They're more trying to understand what the heck this is. Does it even solve their problem? And they haven't even started comparing. Now, if someone is searching for 2017 Ford Mustang prices in Duluth, Minnesota, I think they're ready to buy.
Yeah.
Someone searching for Ford Mustang pictures probably is looking for, screensaver, background. If I'm searching for Matt Siltala's photos, I might just be wanting to snag one of your photos and use it in a deck. The intent there is not to buy. It's not even researching. It's just,
Well, I think about it like with, because, everybody that knows my background, they know that I own a couple mattress companies. And I think about, just the broad term of mattress. Okay. Well, on our site, we happen to only sell a latex memory foam hybrid. So if I'm going to go after mattress, is that going to really be great for the person that is looking for a spring mattress or a really cheap mattress and he's just doing a broad search of mattress? You're going to waste a lot of money if you don't kind of drill down. I think that's what kind of the point you were making.
Yeah. And those might not be the right people, but also you could use those keywords and those ideas and the topics to get in front of people that might not know you are a solution. So, you might say that mattress is not a good keyword, but what about when should I get a new mattress? Or how often should I buy a new mattress? Is it is it every 5 years that I should buy a new mattress?
Now don't get me wrong. The amount of searches that the term mattress gets, if you could, who wouldn't want to be ranked organically number one for that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, you bring up a very good point that there are so many different ways that term can be used and taken advantage of all of it. Well, now what would you say would be some good resources for me to figure out all the different ways that people are using that term that I can use to create content or whatever for?
I always like to use forums, Quora, Yahoo Answers, although sometimes, depending on the topic, you might just want to avoid that area. Some of the questions are just like, what? Like, these can't be real.
What about like the Google auto suggest format?
Google auto suggest to see what people are suggesting. Uber suggest uses that, and they also use some other stuff. Start taking a look at what the page titles are for some of the keywords that you're searching for. And then one of my other things I like to use is do a search for mattress and then scroll down, and you can see it in Yahoo, Bing, Google. They all do it. But on the bottom, there's usually different versions or different things, suggestions for the keywords. And then Google also has the people also searched or people also asked.
Oh, right,
and
yeah.
Those are different questions that'll talk about that same keyword. And all of those, to me, even if it's a full sentence or a full question, to me that can become a keyword or a key phrase, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, one of the things that, interestingly enough, way back in the day when we started selling mattresses, one of the reasons why we started focusing on custom size mattresses was because of that very reason. We started, we had put an article out talking about, and again, we didn't even offer it as a predominant product at the time, but we had talked about how we can do custom sizes because our warehouse, like we could just, it can facilitate whatever kind of size a mattress needed. And I started realizing, how much traffic we were getting, and I paid attention to the analytics and all the different ways, all the different kind of key phrases that were coming in from, a custom size mattress or a custom cut mattress or a custom, whatever it might be, like that I just started noticing all these different phrases. And so it helped me then expand, the different keywords that I knew that we needed to start going after for that company. And it ended up being like one of the biggest, we actually grew the company bigger because of the custom stuff that we did. And, that was, again, just one of those examples of paying attention to all those different variations. And so I don't know, I don't know if there's any other hints or tricks that you have with paying attention to analytics, for stuff like that. But that's just something that I noticed that I wanted, I just thought of, wanted to mention.
Well, and I just did a quick search for mattress because I was actually curious what was going to show up at, since we used it as an example. And the searches related to mattress all start to add a lot of intent, and most of them are around buying. Mattress for sale, mattress stores, mattress in a box, mattress firm near me, mattress store near me. They all become very quickly purchase intent from mattress. But it also has refined by size. So you're just kind of talking about custom. Mattress is so up there and so early for me. I wouldn't, from a PPC side, it's like, where do you send them? Do they want to know how to clean the mattress? Do they want to know, how to move a mattress? Do they want to know where to buy one, how to store it? There's so many kind of questions that could be following it. And Google right here is, even Google doesn't know what to do. So it's like refined by size, because one, they want to show you better ads. And if you're a marketer, you would prefer to show someone the twin mattress that's on sale rather than just telling them that, we have mattresses.
Right. So what are some of your favorite tools for doing keyword research, Dave?
My favorite tools kind of go all over the place, but some of the internal.
And by the way, put all of these down for you guys. So go ahead.
If nothing else, set up your Google Webmaster, your Google Search Console, and your Bing Search Console, because you can get keywords from there.
So you're suggesting the Bing Webmaster Console as well?
Yes.
Awesome.
There's technical bonuses whenever you want to dig in, but you can get keywords from both of them. And then the Bing actually kind of ties in a little bit better, actually. They've done a better job, which is weird, of tying that into trying to get you to add those keywords to your PPC account with Bing ads, which I don't understand why Google hasn't done that yet, but maybe they have separation over there or something.
Yeah.
Interesting. The other thing I always like to do, and I had a boss make us do it when I was in-house, but it does make sense, is listen to people calling your customer service and listen to people that if you have a sales team, listen to those and read their notes of what they put. Because it's going and talking to someone that does sales or customer service and you go, hey, do they always call it by our name or do they call it by, this other brand name, or do they just call it, just do they not even care? Like whatever your mattress is or whatever your product is, are they actually saying what the problem is and how are they describing the problem that you fix or that you don't? And kind of listen for different keywords and just listen to how they describe things and what they talk about. Because when they start talking about, here's this problem, you can go back to your own content and say, well, we fixed that problem, but we actually don't even talk about it. So that right there can give you an idea of where to go and do some keyword research on, like kind of help you narrow down the topic.
Well, and I think it helps you get the right kind of visitors too.
Exactly.
Instead of just, people are always like, must have all the traffic, so to speak, but all the traffic in the world, if it's not the right kind of traffic, it's not going to, I'm in this to generate sales, to make money, get leads. If the keyword's not going to do that for me, then what's the point, right?
Exactly. You're just driving traffic to your site that there's no reason for it. Like years and years ago, when everyone wanted traffic, you would just, spam your page title and your keyword tag with like Britney Spears or Pam Anderson or something and hope that you were on page one. And it's like, but unless you were a publisher and you were making money off of that, there's no reason for that. If you're a store and you're trying to get people to your site to buy stuff, they're going to show up and it's like, why are you spamming me with Britney Spears when you sell, I don't know, whatever, gym equipment or something, I don't know, VCRs or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point?
So would you, do you do anything with competition and seeing what the competition does? Or is that a technique long gone?
No, I have often used SpyFu, and I've often used, is it semrush? I don't know. I call it SEMrush.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's SEMrush.
Yeah. SEMrush, SEMrush, whatever.
However is Melissa will yell at me.
I was going to say, Melissa's going to yell at either one of us. So.
I use those a lot, but I also have used BuzzSumo and ahrefs.
Oh, I love BuzzSumo, yeah.
And ahrefs for kind of understanding content.
Now, are all these that you're talking about, do all of them have free versions or are they paid just for the person listening?
Ahrefs does not have much available for free. All of the other ones give you at least a little bit.
Okay. And I know that just from personal experience with Ahrefs, it's not terribly expensive.
No, most of these are anywhere from $49 to $99 a month. And if you are just going to do this once, you could sign up for one, and some of them even have short trials. You could sign up for 1 month and, really dig in, and maybe it takes you 2 months, because you have 50 other things you're doing. But you could really dig in for a month or two and grab all of this data and then, unsubscribe if you're not going to be able to use it all the time.
Gotcha.
Much like they're going to throw stuff at me for saying that, but.
One of the things that I wanted to touch on a little bit more, because I loved where you were going with it, was getting the people that are actually, so to speak, in the trenches of your company, getting them more involved in this, because, you have conversations with them. If they keep notes, that's great. If they have any kind of notebook or kind of system where they're logging all of their conversations with clients, I would love to go back and look at that data and look at that information and kind of see if there's any kind of patterns. What are the specific questions that they're asking the most? Because that can give you a great idea of the type of keyword that you put in. And so then you take that you put it into Google, and even a simple Google suggest would give you even, 5 times more different ways that specific term is searched for currently. And so, I don't know, maybe talk a little bit more about that and getting those teams involved in the keyword research without them, without scaring anyone saying, hey, you're doing keyword research for me.
If you are using a CRM of any sort, and this might take some training, but if you're a small business, anytime, say you're just a single person business and you're, a photography store down the street, or the dry cleaners, or, whatever it is, restaurant, what are the questions people are always asking you? Keep a little piece of paper and, kind of go old. You can even go old school and just put, every time someone asks about, this sauce, put a little 1 next to it. Every time someone asks about, is this compatible with this? Is this lens compatible with this type of body style? Put a little 1 next to it. Have everyone in the store kind of keep their own. And at the end of every month, go through and just go, hey, here was this ledger. We kept adding all these questions to it. We marked down a little 1 every time we had something similar. And from there you go, okay, here's all the common questions people are asking me. Now there's 2 other tools you could go to, which would be Google Keyword Planner. And what was the other one? I was just thinking in my head that I completely forgot now. But you can go to Google Keyword Planner and drop it in there. And if you're doing PPC, you could also take a look and see, are you bidding on keywords like this? Do you have content already on the site for that? Do you answer these questions, or, do you never talk about them?
Would you say that Google Trends is a good place to look at this kind of, trying to find anything for keyword research as well? Because I just thought of Google Trends when you were talking about the Google Keyword Planner.
I often use it as if I can't decide if a target audience uses, trunk or boot, depending on, if you're targeting the US or the UK.
So it could help you narrow down a specific group of keywords, I guess.
I usually use it when I'm to the point where I'm like, are people calling it this more often or this? Because they're really the same. And I'm just kind of curious, are they calling it, a box spring mattress, or are they calling it something, you might know, whatever it is. And I'm trying to compare to understand. And if they're both trends are kind of going up, then it's, internally you can flip a coin. But when you see one going down, like iPod, does everyone still call it an iPod? Or, even if it's an MP3 player, or does people still use MP3 player a lot? I'm actually curious now that I'm thinking of that example. But,
That's funny.
Look at the trends of, probably VCR is not something searched on a lot. So writing a lot of content, unless you're a repair place, probably isn't the thing to do. Unless, it's VCR to DVD or VCR to something else.
Oh, yeah.
And you can use all these different tools, and then you kind of keep narrowing it down to keywords. And then I almost like reverse engineer it back to say, okay, all these questions, all of these topics, how can I group them together and kind of piece it back together? Sorry.
I just thought of this, but something, I don't know if you've ever done this, but something that I found fun in times past, and I actually have found it useful as far as, keyword research as well, and the keywords that I target, but I'll get, probably a group of 15 to 20 friends that are not in the industry, friends or family, and I will send them an email and I'll say, if you were looking for product whatever, and you were going to Google, how would you type it in? If you were going to Amazon, how would you type it in? If you were just looking for it, how would you type it in? And it's crazy because I could have 20 different responses. I'll ask 20 different people, and I'm not kidding you, Dave. I'll get 20 different ways that they tell me that they would search for.
That's awesome. I've never actually done that. I'd be curious now.
But yeah, so I just thought that was another way, just off the wall type way that you could do a little bit of keyword research. I mean, you don't do it often enough to annoy your friends and family. But
And none of my clients are porn, so no one's going to be like, Dave, what do you want me to do? I want you to go search for this.
You might have some friends that are like, I actually know you have some friends that will be like, all right,
That's
okay,
it?
I'll help
What?
you out, Dave.
Yeah, you know those people too.
All right, well, so, in wrapping it up, what would you, like, give me your top 3 takeaways for people that are wanting to, do a little bit better job with their keyword research. Give me your top 3 takeaways from our conversation, and we'll end it there.
It's cliche, but think outside the box. Like the tools, you can look at your PPC, you can look at what the search terms that people use. You can look at your Google Search Console. You can use Google Keyword Planner. You can use semrushes and all those kinds of tools. But look broader at the questions. Look internally at how things are being called. If you guys are, if internally your company is calling something and no one else in the world ever calls it that, maybe you're missing an opportunity to not rebrand it, but just change it within the site, change it within your navigation so that people go, oh, that's the problem I'm having, or that's the solution name I was looking for. And then, on your page, you can kind of talk about your keywords and, the other stuff. But I think just think outside the box when it comes to keyword research and try to dig as many places as you can and look for some real meat.
I love that, and I'll just finish it up with, as you were saying that, just find as many unique places. Like even Pinterest, for example, has a really good analytics platform, and I'm always telling my people, pay attention to your Pinterest analytics, because they can actually help you with, what to push and move on social, and then also really good opportunities with keywords and how people are finding you. But anyway, so great advice, Dave. For Dave Rohr, I'm Matt Siltala, and we will catch you on another one of these episodes down the road. Thanks, guys.